Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. And through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and also an update on our $1 Million Challenge, so please stay tuned. In the previous video we looked at tick symbol MMAT and also MMTLP, the special dividend preference share for Metamaterials and previous Torchlight Energy, and we also looked at comparison of dividend calculations from different YouTubers, so please refer back to the previous video for details of update on the special dividend. Before we start today's stock analysis, a quick reminder of the $1 Million Challenge. This is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to achieve 201 trades, each with a return of 3.5%. And it's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. As part of the challenge, you'll get access to an exclusive strategy video which explains the process step by step. You'll also be part of our Discord community, which is growing and well in excess of 300 now, where people will share due diligence, trading tips, research, buy alerts, etc. And in the Discord area you'll be able to read our agreement, FAQs, you can chat and ask questions, and also get access to the stock spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is updated weekly with low and medium risk stocks designed to try and get you the 3.5% return for the challenge, color coordinated using Google Finance formula. We also have a leaderboard to celebrate the success of people doing the challenge, so you'll get access to this as well. And this is really for motivational purposes. Details in description below, so join for as little as $9 a month. In today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my personal top 10 stocks to invest, forget and retire. So these stocks should be part of a well diversified portfolio, and these are also stocks that you shouldn't normally be day trading or swing trading. So before we look at the stocks, I'm going to just have a quick review of today's market. Today's market was quite savage and almost a bloodbath. Well, let's have a look at the reasons why the market was significantly red today. So we can see an article here from Barron's dated 5th of January 2022, and the headline here: stock market dropped after minutes revealed that the extent of the Fed's inflation concern. So inflation is something that has been continuously affecting the market. We are having concerns with regard to inflation, and there are also concerns with regard to interest rates and a potential increase to deal with the threat of inflation. So we can see here on the article, it states here that the stocks did fall minutes after the last meeting was confirmed that the Federal Reserve will be raising interest rates to combat the fear of inflation. So the Dow Jones was down 393 points, 1.1%, before being in the green as soon as the Fed released the minutes from its December meeting. The S&P 500 was also down quite a significant 1.9%. after being flat most of the day. So overall, very difficult days trading. So let's now move on to look at my top 10 stocks to invest for the long term and not worry about having to sell. I'm going to be doing this in reverse order. So at number 10 in terms of the stocks to hold, forget and retire is tick symbol AVGO, also known as Broadcom Incorporated, which is a semiconductor manufacturing company. This is an American designer, developer and manufacturer and supplier of global wide range of semiconductor and infrastructure software products. The products offering serve the data center, networking, broadband, wireless, storage and industrial markets. So why has this made it to number 10 in my personal list of top 10 stocks to hold and invest? So we're going to look at the chart for each stock for 1 year and 5 years and look at the general long-term trend. So on the screen here, I'm going to first of all share with you the chart for the stock for 1 year. So on the screen here, we can see that the stock over 1 year is up in excess of 51%. So that's very good considering the difficult trading conditions we've had with the pandemic. And we can also see right now, at time of editing, it was trading at $645.05. And we can see the significant increase in the stock came just after the period of October 2021. At that time it was trading around about $480, and since then the bullish momentum has been quite strong. From the October 2021 to present, it is trading close to $680. There was a little bit of a dip over the last couple of days, so possibly a good buying opportunity for AVGO. Let's now have a quick look at the 5-year chart for AVGO. We can see approximately 5 years ago this was trading just below $200, and just after 2019, around about May 2019, the stock did reach a high in excess of $300, and then I think everybody knows what happened around about February, March 2020, and we can see on the chart here very significant and sharp fall in the price, where it went to close to $350 down to close to $200. But what's good about this stock is made a very strong and sustained recovery from that decline, and we can see now from that price below $200, currently trading $646, so an excellent stock for the long term, and also an excellent stock to recover from difficult trading periods. And coming in at number 9 is Costco, which is a membership-only multinational corporation of retail stores. So let's have a look at the 1-year chart for ticker symbol COST. So you'll be able to see on the screen here, over the 1-year period, the stock is up again a healthy 49%. And we can see in terms of the 1-year chart here, there was quite a significant decline around about February, March 2021. As when many stocks did take a sharp decline around that time. However, since then, again, an excellent and strong sustained recovery from that low of around about $330, and currently trading at $552 at time of editing, so a very strong and sustained recovery there. And just to finish off, we have a look at the 5-year chart for Costco. We can see approximately 5 years ago this was trading close to $150, so if you held this stock since then, right now, time of editing, in terms of trading close to $552, it would have given you a very healthy return of 191%. And Costco as a business is quite a strong, huge multinational organization that is able to overcome difficult trading conditions, recessions, as well as what we have seen in terms of the pandemic. So an excellent stock to hold for the long term. Coming in at number 8 is ticker symbol GOOGL, also known as Alphabet Incorporated, which is the parent company of Google and its many subsidiaries. So let's start by having a look at the 1-year chart. So on the screen here, we can see in terms of the 1-year chart, we can see currently it's trading $2,775 at time of editing. And if you had invested in ticker symbol GOOGL over the previous year, you would have currently had a very good and healthy return of 59%. So an excellent stock to hold for the long term as well. And if we finish off by having a look at the 5-year chart for ticker symbol GOOGL, we can see approximately 5 years ago this was trading at close to $750. So since then, if you had invested in this stock, it would have given you a very healthy return of 237%, currently trading close to $2,774. And we can see again on the screen the significant decline around about February 2020, when we had the impact of the COVID on most of the stocks. But again, positive news in terms of the recovery from that decline from around about $1,500 to close to $1,000. The stock has turned around exceptionally well, and seems to be making excellent momentum going forward. So a tremendous stock to hold for the long term. Coming in at number 7 is ticker symbol WOSG, also known as Watches of Switzerland. This is a stock that you may not have expected to be on the top 10, but this is a business that's been established since 1924. It's also a business that is making excellent progress, excellent growth in terms of revenue and profit. So let's have a look at the chart for 1 year for ticker symbol WOSG. So the smallest company on the top 10, let's have a look at the chart for 1 year for ticker symbol WOSG. We can see here, if you invested in this stock approximately 1 year ago, and at time of editing, it's currently trading at 1,486 pence. So this would have given you a very healthy return of 170%. The demand for Swiss watches is something that has not stopped. We can see the chart is sustained, the chart is strong. It has overcome difficult trading periods, and the general momentum in this stock is seems to be always going up. So let's have a quick look at the 5-year chart for ticker symbol WOSG, and approximately 5 years ago this was trading approximately 370 pence, and if you had invested 5 years ago, it would have given you a tremendous return of approximately 382%, which is exceptional. But what's interesting about this company, it is showing very strong and sustained movement even in the long term. Its market cap is not huge, we're looking at approximately 3.62 billion, but its ability to continue and grow since it's established almost 100 years does give me confidence in this company as a tremendous hold for the long term. Coming in at number 6 is ticker symbol AMD, also known as Advanced Micro Devices. So this is a company that is involved in semiconductors, based in California. It's also develops computer processors and related technologies for businesses and consumer markets. Let's now have a look at the chart for 1 year for ticker symbol AMD. We can see if you had invested in this approximately 1 year ago, it would have given you a return of approximately 47%, which again is significantly higher than a return in the general S&P 500. In terms of the market cap, we're looking at approximately $164 billion. And we can also see right now it does seem to be going through a bullish phase. From October, it was trading around about the $100 mark, and at one point it did breach $160. Currently there is a little bit of a pullback, but let's now have a look at the 5-year chart. Let's have a quick look at the chart for 5 years. So on the screen here, we can see approximately 5 years ago, you could have invested in this company at a price of approximately $20. And this would have given you an exceptional return of approximately 1,103%, which is tremendous in terms of potential return for the future. Don't necessarily think you're going to get another 1,000% plus return over the next 5 years. However, in terms of history and the chart over the previous 5 years, I certainly think the growth is going to continue. It's also an excellent stock to hold for potential retirement. Coming in at number 5 is Netflix, also known as ticker symbol NFLX, and this is, I'm sure everybody will know that this is a subscription-based streaming service. So let's now have a look at the 1-year chart for Netflix. We can see on the screen here, in terms of the 1-year chart, this would have given you a return approximately 10%. And one of the reasons why that is the case is we can see around about the period of November 2021 that the stock was trading close to $700, so it has had a significant pullback since then, and currently at time of editing trading around about $571. But let's now have a look at the chart for 5 years. We can see approximately 5 years ago Netflix was trading just over $100, so currently trading around about $570. So if you had invested in this stock 5 years ago, your return would have been approximately 336%. Will the growth continue in terms of this stock being a potential long-term hold? I certainly think it's a very good, strong company for the future. It's also a company that is showing from the history that it can overcome difficult trading conditions, and it should give a good, secure, sustained growth over a longer period of time. Coming in at number 4 is ticker symbol MU, also known as Micron Technology. This is an American producer of computer memory and computer data storage, including dynamic random access memory, flash memory, and USB flash drives. So why is this stock in the top 10? So let's have a look at the chart for 1 year. If you had invested in this stock approximately 1 year ago, your return would have been approximately 23%. But however, I think certainly what's interesting in terms of the chart here is the period around about October 2021. The stock was trading close to $64, and that was close to an all-time low for the year. However, what's interesting is analyst estimates, momentum, and the outlook for the stock from that period of October 2021 has become exceptionally bullish. There is a lot more confidence in the company, and we can see the very strong and sustained growth from approximately $68 to currently trading close to $94. I do expect this growth to continue, and I think the projections and the analyst estimates for this stock are certainly looking good for the long term. Let's have a quick look at the 5-year chart in terms of why I think this stock is a tremendous hold for the long term. If you had invested in this stock 5 years ago, you could have invested around about the $20 mark, and your return right now would have been approximately 331%. So an exceptional return over the longer period of time. In terms of the 5-year chart here, I think what's interesting here is the period approximately June 2020, where the stock was trading around about $40, and then if we move forward to around about May 2021, which is less than a year, the stock has more than doubled, so we're looking at more than 100% return in less than a year there. And then from that price of first time it went close to $94, it did come down quite significantly, going below $70, and right now we can see again bullish momentum up, where it's recovering close to an all-time high again, trading at time of editing right now at $94.97. So an exceptionally good stock for recovery and long-term growth. Coming in at number 3 is ticker symbol F, Ford, and this is a company that you may not have also expected to be in the top 10, but this is a company which I think is going to make tremendous progress in the long term. I think the upside potential is exceptional in terms of their plans for the EV sector and moving over to electric cars. I think once that happens, I think we're looking at a huge upside potential, and I think we are seeing right now the exceptional growth in the share price. So let's have a look at the chart right now for Ford for 1 year. So if you had invested in this company 1 year ago, you could have bought in around about between $8 and $9. And right now we can see it's trading close to $23.64, and this would have given you a 1 year return of approximately 173%. So an exceptional performance over the 1 year, but what's the outlook over the 5 years and the future? Now if we have a quick look at the 5-year chart for Ford, we can see the stock has not been doing exceptionally well from 5 years ago all the way up to around about 2020, and then it came to an all-time low close to when it was trading close to $5 around about May 2020. So that was a very difficult time for the company. The company is having significant financial difficulties. They still have significant amount of debt. However, if you look at the chart here from around about June 2020, there does seem to be a very strong turnaround. There does seem to be a strong bullish momentum upwards. We can see around about June 2021 when it was trading around about $12.50 to where it is now. The turnaround from just that period there is close to 100%. So there certainly seems to be a lot of confidence and bullish momentum in the plans going forward. I think the plans for EV could have huge potential, and in terms of the upside, I certainly think this is a lot more growth to come from Ford over the longer period of time. Coming in at number 2 is the most valuable car company in the world, Tesla, and Tesla current market cap, we were looking at in excess of $1 trillion. So let's have a look at the chart for Tesla for 1 year period here. So on the screen here we can see if you had invested in Tesla 1 year ago, your return would have been approximately 49%. Which is exceptionally good. However, the key returns were made prior to 1 year. But if on the chart here, we can see approximately 1 year ago it was trading just in excess of $700, and then around about June 2021 we can see it did go below $600, and then we've seen some very strong bullish momentum after October 2021, where at one time the stock did close did reach a price in excess of $1,200, and then since that time we have seen quite a little bit of volatility there, but it does seem to have strong support around about $1,000 right now. Let's now have a quick look at the 5-year chart. And if we have a quick look at the 5-year chart for Tesla, we can see the period approximately 2017 all the way up just prior to 2020. There was not much change in the share price. However, the significant movement up and momentum in the share price has happened just prior to 2020, where the volume increased, the momentum increased, and early 2021 the stock went very, very close to $900. Very recently we have seen the stock breach the $1,200 mark. The recent delivery numbers have been exceptionally good. I think Tesla is way ahead of the game. And is this kind of growth likely to continue over the future and the long term going forward? I think there will be good growth. It may not be as good as what we've seen over the previous 5 years, but definitely for the long term, this is an exceptionally good stock to hold. And coming in at number 1, should be no surprises, it's ticker symbol AAPL, Apple. And since January 2021, this has become the most valuable company in the world in terms of revenue. Currently market cap very, very close to $3 trillion. So let's proceed to have a look at the chart for 1 year. We can see on the screen here, if you had invested in Apple 1 year ago, you would have had an exceptionally good return of approximately 35%. Right now at time of editing, it's trading around about $176.26. So let's now have a look at the 5-year chart. And if we have a quick look at the 5-year chart for Apple, we can see approximately 5 years ago the stock was trading just in excess of $20. Right now at time of editing, we're looking at a price of approximately $176, so that would have given you an exceptionally good return over the 5 years of approximately 497%. Going forward in terms of the future, I think this is probably one of the safest stocks that you can invest in. It's also a stock that's giving exceptionally good returns. Right now the momentum is very, very bullish. If we have a look at what's going on right now, the stock is close to an all-time high. and going forward over the next 5 years, I do expect this stock to continue with the momentum we've seen. Maybe not a 500% return, but definitely one of the safer and best stocks to invest in long term, probably a good stock to invest in regularly each month. So in my opinion, the number one best stock to invest, forget and retire. And finally, if you think any other stocks should have been added into the top 10 list, please add this in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.